Hello beautiful swans, welcome to Swan Dynasty Insight. If this is your first time, welcome. I'm very excited for you today. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support all this time. So you guys, I have a pick a card for you. We're going to look at messages from your higher self, important messages that your higher self wants you to know right now. So we're going to look at some of the shadowy aspects of your life at this time, and you know what you need to overcome that your higher self is trying to align you with in your life. Okay, so make sure you take a moment, you guys. I have 4 piles. You can choose from the colored pens. Pile number 1 is the purple pen. Pile number 2 is this green pen. Let me show them to you. So pile number 1 here is the purple pen. Pile number 2 is this green pen. Pile number 3 is the yellow pen. And pile number 4 is the red pen. Okay, you guys, take a moment, go ahead and situate yourself. Take a few deep breaths if you need to. Pause the video if you need more time. And I'm going to get started with pile number 1, and I'll see you guys at your reading. Namaste, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. So we're going to have a look and see what messages that your higher self has for you today, okay? So I hope that you guys are doing well. Let us get right into your reading. So you chose the purple pen, so this pen does align with your crown chakra, and it is the chakra that allows you to receive messages from spirit, from your intuition, and also from the collective consciousness. It connects you with all of life. So overall, let us see. We have some astrology cards. We're going to see what area of your life this reading is taking place, and we'll look at your oracle cards. Okay, so from your astrology cards, you have Virgo, harvest the crops. You also have Venus, finalize something, just let go. And then lastly, you guys have the 8th house. Everything is in progress. Okay. Okay, you guys. So let us see what your higher self is wanting you to know. So we're gonna incorporate the astrology cards with the reading. Okay, so from the messages you have, I won't cry for you. So this is a card about acceptance. We'll do one at a time. I think that will be the best for this reading, and then we'll go into the other oracle. So what your higher self is wanting to let you know is that you guys have been through some trauma in your life, for sure. With the 8th house coming up, this has to do with the subconscious trauma that we have stored in our psyche, and things that we are still processing. But I do see that everything is in progress. You guys are learning to let go of toxic relationships of the past, people who have hurt you. Okay, I see that you guys definitely have a reason to become cold towards these people in your life who have even tried to strip away your abundance, I feel, because we have Virgo here, which says harvest the crops. This means that you guys have put in a lot of hard work to be able to reap the benefits, to be able to reap the fruits of your labor in this life. And it seems like you have come across situations or even people, relationships that have tried to take away from you. And this has left you feeling very sad, and your higher self is, however, asking you to find this peace, to accept things for what you know they are. I feel this. I won't cry for you. I feel that you guys have decided to let go. Yeah, because this is a card about acceptance and not holding on despite everything you've been through with that person, right? And it's hard. It really is hard because you gave everything. You gave everything of yourself. You had so much to give. And instead of sharing that with you, they tried to take away, and I feel that is what is being finalized here. Venus talks about you recognizing your own worth, your own value. You guys have put in so much work towards your own abundance, your self-care, where you have how far you have come in your life, and you don't deserve to have anyone take that away from you. Okay, the other thing your higher self wants you to know: calling the storm. Now this is both of these cards are I believe the last quarter phase. Yeah, it looks like the last quarter phase. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, the last quarter, and it also is a card about bargaining, this calling the storm, and it is all about you finding the power within you. This is all about your empowerment, becoming empowered through this situation. Your higher self is aligning you with your own personal power and getting you guys to the point where you will recognize that you have risen out of the ashes of this situation, that you have become so much stronger than anything that you had to go through. Okay, and I really feel so much pain in my heart doing this reading. I know that you guys have suffered so much and you have had to overcome, and yet you've continued to maintain your strength. You've focused on your goals, your vision. With this Virgo card, you've been very diligent in your work, and you've, focused on the long-term harvest than letting your emotions get the best of you. And that can be extremely hard, especially when you experience some kind of trauma. So, especially this proves a lot of your strength. And your higher self wants you to see this. And then you have Triumph of Lies. Triumph of Lies, this is a waxing gibbous card. And I believe this is a card about denial. Yeah. No, it's actually the card about bargaining. So Triumph of Lies. So in the book it says the Triumph of Lies is about appearance. And appearance is always so important to the world, right? Day by day it seems more important. Can that be a lie too? We seek to be what the world outside desires, and not necessarily society at large, our family, or partners or friends place of judgment on what we should be. You guys have experienced a lot of judgment, okay? This could have been a really toxic relationship, or someone even just I feel this is kind of vibing me as the culmination of your life. For a long time you guys have experienced a lot of judgment because you are so serious about your future, because you have put in so much work. I'm picking up Jaishta energy coming through here, because it feels like there's this energy of betrayal due to your own abundance and success. And the thing is, you guys, your higher self is telling you that, first of all, you are incredibly strong. You have a lot of empowerment inside of you, but I feel like you guys don't see this in yourself just as clearly as you could. And this is because you are still in that vibration of trying to, when you guys go out to the world, you still don't fully express yourself as authentically as you desire. This may be you guys may have processed this emotionally, internally processed your strength, but at the same time you haven't really talked to anybody about it that much. You haven't opened up yet. You still have yet to fully come and show your true self to the world, because this is something that you are still going through the process of finalizing and letting go, and not having to change yourself or your family or your partners or society. And your higher self is asking you to wear this crown, but in the sense that you're being true to yourself, and your higher self is just asking you to recognize how you guys are still in this energy of like you go out into the world and you kind of get a little bit, you get like a little sensitive. Like Virgo is a very sensitive sign, despite how hardworking and determined it can be, right, and disciplined. Virgo can be very sensitive and tender-hearted, and I feel like you guys have that nature in you where, you go out into the world and you kind of submit yourself for the sake of the people around you and their needs or what they expect of you, basically. And your higher self is like, no, it's, this is time for you to, find your sense of empowerment. So let's see what more of this advice is from your higher self. So here we have, baby, reconnect with your innocence. Yes, you guys have had your innocence stripped it from you, and even for some of you from a young age. And this is why, you guys live this triumph of lies, this life where you feel like you can't be, fully honest with yourself, because it's like when people see that vulnerability in you, they take advantage of that. And your higher self is saying that you deserve to reconnect with this innocence inside of you, and to know that you have been a very pure soul for, a majority of your life, okay? You're human, yes, but I feel that you guys have only made mistakes when you were genuinely, unaware of, like, you had not yet learned those lessons, and, like, you guys don't have that kind of intention to hurt anybody. You're never that kind of person, is what I feel. But then, you also kind of like deceive yourself by, letting these like people judge you and tell you, that you are not good enough unless you live a certain way. And this is where you have become dishonest with yourself. And, this is why your higher self is letting you know that it's time for you to reconnect with your own innocence, and to know that you are very strong. And you don't have to hide who you are. You don't have to change who you are for anybody, okay? Yeah, so here we have purse, wallet, pursue your true wealth. This is asking you to look at your, hypothetical, literal purse and wallet, and what kind of things do you carry with you every day? Do you carry guilt? Do you carry shame? Do you carry, these judgments from other people? Because this does not define you. This is not what makes you wealthy, right? You can empty out your purse and your wallet and to fill it with things that actually bring you joy. Look and take your time, okay? I want to say take your time, definitely, like with this Virgo energy especially, to really analyze what things have you been carrying with you every day. Sometimes we go through phases in our life where several weeks or months at a time we're constantly going in and out of our purse, putting things in there, but then we don't take the time to clean it out because of everything that's going on in the external world. And we end up taking all that stuff with us, and then months later we come back and find stuff in there that's kind of connected to the past that we should have thrown out a long time ago. So it's I feel like there's a lot of you needing to understand that you can change your life around you based on what kind of energies, material things that you also carry with you. And you can carry material things with you, or you can carry spiritual things with you. You can take this literally or metaphorically. Basically, understand that you don't have to carry around these judgments, these lies that people have tried to ingrain in your mind, trying to make you feel that you are not that you are not innocent, in the sense that you have done nothing wrong, okay? I feel like you guys definitely deserve to hear that you have done nothing wrong in this situation. And, any judgments that were placed upon you were not fair. You have ocean, go with the flow and flow with the glow. So absolutely, your higher self is showing you that when you guys tune into the truth of who you are, the fact, just knowing how incredibly powerful you are and beautiful as well. You guys are very beautiful creatures. That is, a huge reason why a lot of people try to take advantage of, your beauty, because that is your abundance. You guys radiate this abundance and beauty, and learn to flow with this glow inside of you, because this, like, you guys are, like, the reason why you radiate this abundance is because you were meant to be abundant in this life. So don't close yourself off to that. I feel that when you guys live in this energy of the lies that other people have put on you, and you walk around thinking that you're not good enough, or that your hair is not, that you can't be loved because you have a certain hair type, or that your apartment is not big enough, or whatever the reason may be, the kind of judgments that people have put on you, you're blocking your own abundance. You're blocking the flow of your own abundance, because you're not flowing with what you have, with who you are, because everything you have was given to you for a reason, right? So your higher self is asking you to let go of those judgments, okay? Let go of that, all of the negativity that was placed upon you, because it is not true and it is not who you are. So from the Sacred Traveler, this is just where you are being guided to. So here you have faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. Your higher self is letting you know. Some of you guys are meant to travel in this lifetime. I feel like you guys have a much bigger future ahead of you than you even realize at this time. And your higher self is asking you to prepare yourself by constantly being in your own abundant energy, and knowing that this is part of who you are meant to be and where you are meant to go. Okay, like, prepare yourself. Like this card here says harvest the crops, and there's a lot of food in here. I feel like you guys are about to reap a lot of the you're about to reap all of the benefits of your hard work, to the point where you have a lot of freedom to do, you guys are going to be able to start a new life for yourself. Some of you guys are wanting to relocate to start a new life. Absolutely, go for it if that is what your soul is calling you to do. If that's where you will find your happiness and your abundance, set yourself free. Because I see here in this card, there is a bird in this cage, and once you get to that place that you are trying to arrive to, when you get to this new location, chapter of your life, you can open up this door and set this little bird free, and you guys will be very free from a lot of you'll be free from a lot of burdens, if not any and all. You'll be able to reconnect with this innocence inside of yourself that has only ever wanted to be free, that has only ever wanted to live your life and to have a good and abundant and fruitful life, and there's never any reason why you shouldn't have that, and people put these judgments on you because they are jealous, because they want to take away from you, because they want what you have. Oh yes, follow your bliss, navigating by the stars. You guys, follow your bliss, okay? Listen to the calling of your heart and your soul. Your higher self is letting you know that this is your destiny. This is where you are meant to go. This is written in the stars for you. So don't allow anyone to, cloud your judgment. Don't let anyone cloud your vision and let you think that, this is impossible, or that you'll never get there, or anything of that sort, because they're wrong. This is part of your destiny. This is who you were meant to be and where you are meant to go. So prepare yourself, because this is coming to you. It seems like because this card here says get ready, it seems like it's about to happen somewhere in your near future. Okay, so be prepared and keep that in mind. You guys deserve to feel this energy of bliss. You don't need to suffer anymore. Finalize this. Just let it go. It's in the past. You guys have overcome this. You can reconnect with your innocence, but also go through and cleanse out your wallet and recognize what are you carrying with you, because the thing is, you don't want to take this stuff with you when you move away, right? You don't want to take that past with you. That's gonna only prolong your suffering. So get rid of that and replace it with the things that bring you joy. Alright, so this is a piece of wisdom, a word of wisdom from your higher self. You have animal bond. Stand up for all animals. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of birds in this card, and then there's a bird in the cage here. So I feel like for you guys, this is basically saying that it is important for you guys to embrace your freedom. Embrace the animal within you, right? A lot of you guys may be connected to your spirit animal, and if not, it would be really helpful for you guys to get to know your spirit animal, to work with your spirit animal, because you are meant to be free. And others of you that you just have a lot of spirit guides, you have a lot of birds, spirit animals, or spirit animals that are guiding you and letting you know that this is what you are here for. So stand up for this, like stand up for the support that you are receiving. Okay, so you guys, this was an incredibly beautiful reading. I hope that it did resonate for you. Please let me know in the comments, like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you guys again in a future reading. Bye now. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. So we are going to get straight into it. This is going to be important messages from your higher self that you need to hear at this time, okay? So you guys chose this green pen, and this does align with your heart chakra, and this is about your connection to your relationships, to love, to compassion and understanding, and being open to receiving that and giving it as well. So let's see what messages your higher self has for you. We're going to start with the astrology cards and see what overall, like, the areas of your life that this is taking place, okay? So you guys have Jupiter. Take a stand and follow your energy. So stand up for what you believe in. You also have Aries. Employ pioneering spirit. Be bold. Take actions. Take risks. Don't be afraid to speak your mind, speak your truth. And then you also have the second house, which says it is progressing well now. So for a lot of you guys, you have a lot of financial abundance in your future, it looks like, but we will see more about this. So we will incorporate the astrology cards into your reading, pile number 2. So what does your higher self want you guys to know at this time? So here you have, is this me? This is a card about accepting yourself. This is the new moon. Yeah, this card has the new moon phase on it. Let me just double check if this is the right stage. Yes, is this me? It says, I cannot recognize myself, but I'm still me. I can't remember the road that led me here. How can I see the road ahead? So you guys are feeling very stuck in your life right now. I feel that you have come to accept all of the chaos, the disruption in your life, the things that have kind of slowed you down from moving forward, and you realize that maybe you're not exactly where you intended to be at this point in your life, but I feel that you guys, your higher self is asking you to just be okay with that. Be okay with not, everything is not always going to happen as planned, and especially because, there will always be unforeseen events that happen that kind of set us off our path for a short time, and then we are faced to find our way back on our feet, and so your higher self is trying to let you know that, first of all, this does not define you, okay? Oftentimes we want to have certain things met by the time we're 20, but then it doesn't actually happen until we're like 27 or 30, but that's okay. You can't always we can only see our future so much, but the reason why, even if we could see everything that's going to happen like in our future, there's still going to be things that happen against us, but that's because we're meant to learn from those experiences. And I feel that, again, with this Jupiter energy, this is what has made you very wise, and you guys have a lot of wisdom inside of you because of everything that has happened. And you may have been asking yourself the question, is this really who I am? Is this really what I stand for? A lot of this could be, you've made your mistakes in the past. You've did things that you're not quite proud of, and it's like now you're here and things could have been differently. Yeah, maybe if you had gone things a different way, but it's what it is, right? Life happens that way, and your higher self is telling you to follow your energy, and that is what you have been doing as well. It's because you have a pioneering spirit and you're very curious about life, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You guys have a lot to learn because of that. You guys are very much likely to learn a lot more than the average person in this life because of this trait, you know, and that's beautiful actually. So don't be so alarmed that things have not turned out exactly how you may have expected it, that you may have envisioned in the future, because things are progressing as they should, like this card says here. So the other thing that your higher self wants you to know right now, it says artificial heart. This is you guys trying to, this is another new moon card, and you know, this card talks about bargaining, like trying to, you know, it's like trying to find happiness in things that don't necessarily truly fulfill you, okay? It's kind of like, I'm trying to give an example. Say you wanted to drive a car by 22, but now you're 25, you're 26, you don't have a car, you still live with your roommates or something like that, and you're telling yourself, this is fine, I don't need a car, I don't need, you know, what I really want that's going to make me happy, this is fine. And your higher self is like, no, you can have a lot more if you really, really want it, okay? Don't let the things that have held you back temporarily continue holding you back in the long run. You guys can go after, right? Employ this pioneering spirit where you are constantly seeking, you know, new situations, new opportunities, more opportunities for you guys to get closer to really having what you want, okay? It's never too late to have what you want, okay, and to be happy, and you don't have to settle for less. Stop settling for less is what your higher self is saying to me. Don't do that, okay? You guys can have so much more, okay, especially with this energy of Jupiter here in the second house. And I feel like you guys feel like, you know, maybe you don't have a whole lot of nice things right now. That's fine, you will, okay? Don't let yourself think that you only have to settle for what you have right now because that's the best you'll ever be able to do or anything like that. Your higher self is telling you that as long as you maintain this, you know, you employ this pioneering spirit where you're like, this is what I want and I'm gonna find a way to get it. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care what it takes. This is what I want. This is what's gonna make me happy, okay? Be in that mindset, you know, be headstrong in the sense that, you know, you recognize that, you know, life is going to be hard and there's going to be challenges, but that you can overcome it and that you can't give up if you really want to have what's going to make you happy in your heart. So the other thing here that your higher self wants you to know, we have atonement. So I was kind of briefly talking about that, where you guys, you know, maybe you are a little bit hard on yourself because you've done some things in the past that you're not very proud of, and things that, you know, have kind of come back to bite you in the butt, you know, and that happens. We're all human. We all make mistakes. That is why this card exists, because it is a human thing to do, okay? So, like, I feel like your higher self is asking you to you know, accept that, you know, maybe you did mess up, maybe you spent your money wrong and that's why you can't afford a car. You spent your money on things that were temporary and now you don't even have that anymore. And, you know, and now you are experiencing this depression because this card is the waning gibbous, and it's also in the stage of depression. And the waning gibbous is all about, you know, learning the lessons from what we have realized about ourselves. You know, it comes after the full moon where you have had an awakening, a realization of everything you've done, and now you're reflecting on it, and you are also feeling very depressed and down on yourself because you wish that you have done more. You wish that you hadn't messed up, but you can't change the past, and you can't you know, you can't hold on to it either, and you don't have to live in your suffering of where you have gone wrong in your life. The only thing you can do is to accept it, learn from it, and focus on what you can do next or from now on, you know. So this is some more advice from my Dream Oracle deck. So here you have transition, release attachments to what was and prepare for what is to come. your higher self is asking you to definitely let go of that past. Maybe this was like a past version of yourself. Like this card is asking the question, is this me? Is this who I am? You know, maybe it was in the past. Maybe you messed up for a while. Maybe you didn't know what you wanted very clearly. Maybe you didn't have as clear intentions towards yourself because you were so caught up in the moment. And that's okay, you guys. You know, you are going to learn from this as long as you are willing to let go of the attachments of the past, and you know, any kind of mistakes you've made, the things also that you probably are holding on to in terms of like the material that no longer serve you. You know, you will be able to open yourself up. You'll be able to like make room to have more than what you have, and rather than telling yourself that this is all you'll ever get, you got to change that mindset. So then you have internet. Embrace the fact that you are the world. You are connected to all of your resources. You have the resources, you know, especially in this day and age. There's so many resources out there for you to make things possible for yourself. Okay, so like your higher self is wanting you to recognize this. Be assertive. If you want that car, then find a way to get it. Let go of this idea that you have to continue, you know, what is it called? Oh gosh, I can't even remember. I was gonna say like riding in the passenger seat basically with your friends, right? Carpooling, that's what I was trying to say. It's like, you guys, stop telling yourself that you have to continue carpooling or taking the bus your whole life. You can have a car if you really want it. You know, that if that's part of your vision, if that's part of what you want in this lifetime, go get a car. You know, even if it's gonna take another 3 years, you're gonna have a car by the time you're 30. It's okay, you know. Some people might have a car sooner in life, and some might get it later, but that's because you have achieved other things sooner in life. So your higher self is asking you to be more assertive in that way, where you allow yourself to know that you don't have to settle for less, that you can use your resources to find, you know, to have more access to what it is that you're looking for. And then you have job. Love what you do and do what you love. So your higher self is asking you to be like, you know, also when it comes to like your work, your career, the source of your income, you know, make sure that you are investing your time in the things that actually give you pleasure, that actually fulfill you. Okay, like again, with this artificial heart, some of you guys are staying in a job that's not making you happy. You're not doing what you love because you figure that this is the best that you can do. But, you know, your higher self is saying, you know, absolutely not. Like, you guys have a lot of wisdom in your life, and you're giving, like, you are not giving yourself enough credit for everything that you know, that you have been through, the wisdom, the resources that you have. You guys, your higher self wants you to manifest more through your passion, okay? Through the passion of your heart. Express your true heart. Stop trying to settle for less and putting your heart on the back burner, and, you know, letting yourself think that you can't have more in life because you have to work for someone else. If you want to work for yourself, then so be it. Go do that. Aries is very entrepreneurial. You know, if that is what you want in this life, do that because it's what you love, okay? So now we're going to look at the Sacred Traveler Oracle. This is just telling you where you are being guided in your life. Well, first of all, you have protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. Absolutely. You guys, your angels want you to know that, first of all, especially because you have been through so much and that you have been striving towards more abundance in your life, more, you know, you guys have been very headstrong up until now. Maybe, you know, even, you know, there are still things that you need to let go and things you need to release, but your angels see your persistence. They see your determination. They see that you are really striving for your happiness and your abundance, and they're supporting you. They want you to know that they are not going to let you fail for as long as you maintain this spirit, okay? So keep that in mind. You have a very strong protection circle around you. And then also you have great adventure. Take a risk and venture forward. Absolutely, you guys. Be brave, be courageous, and unafraid to put yourself out there, and know that even if you've never traveled overseas before, that it's going to be an exciting adventure. So get excited about it. Take that risk and know that, you know, when it comes to trying new things for your future, for your happiness, you're not going to regret it. Like, these are not going to be the kind of things that you regret. Even if you have some kind of crazy experience, like, it's going to be something that you will look back and you will have incredible stories to tell. So, you know, your higher self is asking you to take this risk. This is part of your dharma, your purpose in this life, your destiny, you know, and this is also just the calling of your heart and your soul is what I feel. So keep that in mind, you guys. Now, this is going to be a piece of wisdom from your, like a word of wisdom from your higher self. Okay, so here we have Archangel Raphael, provider of healing for mind, body, and spirit. Absolutely, you guys need you definitely need to heal your spirit. You need to heal your mind and your physical body. I feel like you guys have been incredibly hard on yourself because of everything in your life up until this point. And, you know, it's time for you to take that time to heal. You know, work together with Archangel Raphael, because this, you know, Archangel Raphael really wants to heal you and wants to make you closer to achieving the things that you want in this life. Because, you know, just like your angels know, your archangels know that you want your happiness, your freedom, and your abundance. You want to be able to work for yourself. You want to be able to travel the world, to do those things that will make you the happiest, okay? So you guys definitely need to take that time to heal yourself and prepare for the changes, the transformations that you are undergoing. Sorry, I kicked the camera. So yeah, definitely, you guys have a lot to look forward to. You just have to do some more releasing. You know, tune into your resources, make it happen. It's possible. You can do it. So you guys, that is the reading that I have for you. Thank you so much, pile number 2, for watching this reading and spending your time here with me at Swan Dynasty Insight. And I hope that this reading did resonate. Leave me a comment, let me know. Like this video, please, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you guys again in a future reading. Bye now. Welcome, pile number 3, to your reading. Messages from your higher self, okay? So we're going to get straight into your reading. You guys chose this yellow pen. So this does align with your solar plexus energy, okay? So this is all about your personal power, your source of creativity and manifestation as well. So what are you manifesting? And also, you know, your ability to be that in that vibration of light and positivity, your source of abundance, okay? So let us see, what does your higher self want you to know right now? So we're going to lay out your astrology cards and we will incorporate these into the reading as well. So you guys have the Sun. Ooh, we were just talking about the solar plexus. So we have go inwards, develop a vision. You've also got Saturn, search for joy and stay agile. So things have been rough for you lately, and you've been trying to stay positive. You've been trying to see the light in all of the chaos around. And then you have Libra, enjoy your time. So Libra is all about having that balance of your energies and your relationships, and you know, being fair and righteous in your situations and everything that you do. So let us see as we incorporate this into your reading, okay? So what does your higher self want you guys to know at this time? So here you have the child I was meant to be. So you guys, this is full moon energy, and I believe it is in the stage of, it's either in the stage of acceptance or bargaining, I think. Let me just double check. Yeah, it is in a stage of acceptance. So you guys, this book, this oracle deck, it uses the 8 stages of, or the 5 stages of processing grief. And you are in the stage of acceptance with this card. So basically what this is saying here is you guys are looking back at your life, and you know, you may have had a vision that, like, you've had a vision for yourself since childhood. This could have been a childhood dream, something you've always wanted to do. You know, when I grow up, I want to be this. And over the course of your life, you've come across a lot of hardships and restrictions, relationships with people that weren't supporting your vision, that even didn't believe in you. And this has really made it hard for you to even believe in yourself. Your higher self is trying to get you to the point, however, where you have accepted, the hardships in your life. Sometimes we don't always turn out to be exactly what we envisioned. And, the thing is, life is meant to be lived for learning new experiences. We learn more about ourselves as we grow. And you will develop more of a clear vision for yourself, like more specifically, more directly, as you age, as you get older. And be at peace with this, okay? Because this is the energy of the full moon as well. So there's a lot of realization here today about this need for you guys to stop trying to be in control of the outcome and to focus on enjoying your time, right? Enjoying the process of figuring out who you are. I feel like a lot of you guys are still discovering who you are. And, there's some level of frustration here with the Saturn energy about, not having been able to fully be that person that you always thought you would be. But your higher self is, again, reminding you that it is okay to accept that, not everything will happen exactly as we envision it. So let's move on. Let's see what else. Here you have Queen of My World. This card kind of makes me giggle a little bit, because in the book it kind of she calls herself a princess. She's like a princess. She says, like, if I want to suffer in my world, then I will do so. I'll do whatever I please. I am princess. You will let me have what I want. Okay, so here's another full moon card. You guys have mostly full moon energy coming through this reading. And I feel like part of you guys have, there's a part of you that has been trying to enjoy the process. You've been really trying to find the joy and humor in the situations of your life. But then there's another part of you that is kind of like throwing a tantrum about the fact that things don't always go your way. And your higher self is trying to point that out to you, that things are not always going to happen the way you want. You're going to have to be able to accept that and to find the balance, okay? To know that there are going to be things where you get what you want, but there's also going to be things where you have to adapt, where you have to, learn your lessons and grow from them, become wiser. And let's see, the Queen of My World. I believe this is a denial card. Bargain. It's a bargain card. It says, I set limits to my world. Inside I am queen, and outside I am lost. So definitely you guys are still, you're still finding yourself. You're still learning who you are. You still don't know everything about yourself. So therefore it's like, if you don't even know who you are, then you can't exactly say that you know exactly what you want. You can know what you want to some degree, but the thing is, we are often faced with experiences that show us what is actually better for us than we thought we wanted. And it turns out that this other thing is more of what we wanted than what we originally envisioned, basically. But you guys are struggling to accept that sometimes what we thought we wanted was not what we really wanted or needed. And and it's important for you guys to go inside of yourself to kind of cleanse out this need to always be right, to always be in control of your life, rather than being also willing to adapt as well, and to kind of understand that you can still enjoy these new experiences as well, okay? So what else? Your higher self wants you to know you have fated to suffer. This is basically a card that is saying, it's kind of like as it sounds. You guys are kind of feeling, you're being hard on yourself. You're feeling like everything happens to me and I'm always going to have to suffer. My life is hard. People are always trying to harm me, things like that. You have troubles in relationships as well, as what I'm seeing with this fated to suffer here with Libra. And the thing is, when you change your inner world as well, when you change your inner world, you also can change your outer world, and vice versa. When you are willing to change your outer world, you know, like your view of the external world, it's like you'll be able to find more joy within you. Yeah, because fated to suffer is a stage of depression. So you guys have, you know, been feeling, it's like there's a lot of things in your life that you have yet to really overcome emotionally. The fact that you had not been able to achieve that dream that you had as a child. You have, you know, for some of you guys, these are like physical limitations is what I heard from Spirit. You know, maybe something happened in your life where you were unable to do anything about it, and it completely changed your world. It completely took away a certain number of opportunities that you have to live with, and this bothers you because it makes it hard for you to really make your dream a reality. But the thing is, like I was saying, the lesson in life here for you, pile number 3, is that we are not always going to have things happen the way we want, but that when we kind of surrender to where life takes us, we will be able to find joy and find out that there are actually other opportunities and things that you probably had never even heard of until later on in life that were actually more meant for you than what you thought you wanted. And that is a lot of like the message that's coming through here for you, pile number 3. So let's see what else your higher self wants you to know. So we've got some advice from my dream oracle cards. So you have naked, dare to bear all. So this is you being completely vulnerable and open and honest with yourself. Like, be willing to fully embrace yourself. Like, this, for some of you guys, this has to do with your physical body. Even if you have like those physical limitations, where you feel like, you know, you probably, for some of you guys, you wanted to be like, I don't know, 30 pounds less this year than you were like 6 months ago or something like that, and maybe things happened where they didn't go as planned, and you have body image issues where and your higher self is asking you to just embrace that. Okay, embrace the beauty of who you are and where you are now, despite not having become exactly what you envisioned. You know, because there is still beauty in this aspect of yourself, despite not being exactly what you wanted to be. And it's hard, like I know, because we have these restrictions, and it takes away so much, and it makes it seem like we're only here to suffer, because every time you try to be, you know, more confident in yourself, it's like there's something else that you have to overcome. Let's see, let's move forward. Yeah, we have Mountain Hill, reach your goals. So this is, you know, your higher self reminding you that when you do change your inner world as well, you'll be able to change your outer world, and to see, you know, you can still reach your goals. Okay, like with this child I was meant to be, whatever your dreams are, you know, there are a lot of different ways to go about our goals these days. But, you know, overall, I feel like, you know, for sometimes it's like sometimes our goal is let me see if I can give an example. Okay, it's like sometimes like as a child, maybe you grew up watching Beyonce sing, right? You watched Beyonce sing, and you wanted to be doing the same thing, where you were standing up on stage and singing, and, you know, but then later on in life, things didn't happen the way you had hoped. And the thing is, you would find yourself later on maybe like singing on YouTube instead of like on American's Got Idol, you know what I mean? It could be like that kind of change. You can still reach your goals even if it didn't turn out exactly the way you expected. There are different ways that this vision will manifest, so just don't lose sight of your vision. Okay, don't lose sight of what you really want in this life because of the limitations that you have in your body, and also the experiences that you have dealt with. Because I do see that for you guys, it seems a lot like depression is the biggest thing that is stopping you here at this time. And also like your frustration to kind of, like, you guys have a tendency to throw a tantrum is what your higher self is saying to me when things don't go your way. So then lastly, you have flying. It says arise and see a higher point of view. Absolutely. You know, in this card, it really does, you know, ask you to consider like every hardship, every period of suffering you've gone through was for a higher purpose. And you know, if it wasn't for what you had been through, you wouldn't be as wise as you are now. You wouldn't have certain people in your life. You wouldn't have certain, you know, friends, certain, like, I don't know, like a place to live or something that you are very grateful for now. You know, and understand also, like, you know, this was meant to build you up for something even greater. It's like maybe you wanted to sing as a child, and it's like but the thing is, you didn't have nearly as much wisdom to sing about everything that you do now. And it's like now you can sing about something even more powerful, like from your soul, from your heart. And you know, like that's the vibe I'm getting here with this card. And like when you can see that higher point of view, you'll realize that you're not fated to suffer. Like that is your depression speaking, but that rather you were actually just meant to be able to do something even far more greater. Okay, so now from the Sacred Traveler Oracle, we're just going to see where you are being guided to. Okay, so yeah, here we go. Wandering path, enjoy the journey. So your higher self is asking you guys to really enjoy. This says enjoy the journey. This one says enjoy your time. So trust in, like, you know, wherever it is that you're trying to go, know that there's going to be all kinds of twists and turns and things that don't happen as planned, but that ultimately you are going to reach, like, X marks the spot, right? You're going to get to that destination. So just enjoy it. You know, it's inevitable as long as you keep going. As long as you keep going, you are going to get there. So, you know, the most that you can do is to really make the most of the journey and the path there, and to take note of all of the beautiful experiences and all of the things that you have learned on the way. And then you have stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. So you guys may have you know, especially have a harder time really seeing how strong and powerful you really are. But you know, that's the thing, you've gone through so much and you've maintained this vision that you have, and you didn't give up. So don't give up on that vision. Continue forward with, like, this, you know, this light inside of you that, you know, you keep shining despite the hardships, despite everything that keeps trying to get in your way, you know, and despite this righteous anger inside of you, right, with this Queen of My World, where you feel like things should happen your way. You know, it's more so because you have a determination to make it a reality. You want this so bad, and you guys have been stepping into your power. Your higher self is trying to remind you that as long as you keep moving forward, you are inevitably going to, you know, reach that destination as you step into your power. Okay, so this is just this is a word of advice from your higher self. Okay, so it says cheer up, live in the moment. You guys, live in the moment and cheer up. Okay, don't dwell on the past, be here in the now, and allow yourself to embrace the experiences, the things that are taking place around you. You guys are very beautiful. You have so much to offer. There's so much of life that you have yet to see, and you are here to enjoy it. So please enjoy it. Don't allow yourself to dwell on the past, and don't be sad about the things that have happened in an unfortunate way. You know, everything definitely happens for a reason, for a higher reason. So please, you know, keep that in mind, you guys. So that is the message that I have from your higher self. I hope that this reading did resonate. Thank you so much for joining me and watching this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Leave me a comment and let me know how this reading was for you, and I hope to see you guys again in a future reading. Bye now. Namaste, pile number 4, you guys. Welcome to your reading. So messages from your higher self, important messages that you need to hear at this time. And you guys chose the red pen. Excuse me. So this pen does align with your root chakra, and this is the chakra of grounding, what keeps you stable and your connection to the earth, knowing that you are secure at all times and that your needs are going to be met. So let us see what messages your higher self has for you. We're going to start out with the astrology cards, and we will incorporate those messages into the rest of the reading. So first card here is Mercury. Make up a balance and be entirely realistic. So anything that you are doing to make decisions, whether you are trading, making any kind of deals, just be realistic about your goals, okay? You have Cancer. Respect your feelings. Be honest with yourself. Listen to your feelings. Listen to your heart. And then you also have the 12th house. It is going well now. So this 12th house comes up, and this is about you guys it's very similar to the Judgment card in the tarot, where you guys are, able to review and reassess your life and everything up until this point and what needs to be released, and as you prepare yourself for a new cycle of your life. Okay, so let us see what is the first message that your higher self would like you to know right now. So you have Colorless Angel. Okay, you guys, this is the first quarter moon phase, I believe, in this card, and this is a card that talks about you guys feeling like you are denied of the pleasures of life. I feel that basically what this card says, it is better not to feel rather than feeling pain. Excuse me. It is in the stage of denial of the 5 stages of grief. So I feel that you guys you're taking the time to you're reviewing your life. There's a lot of things that you have suffered in your life, and instead of listening, like, there's this need for you guys to listen to your feelings like heavily. You guys have been dissociating from your emotions, telling yourselves that, oh, I shouldn't feel this way, so I'm going to turn it off and ignore my feelings, kind of let yourself get lost into the silence of your mind, and because this is that stage of denial where you don't want to see, you just don't even want to see how you're feeling. Like, you guys could have experienced some kind of grief, some kind of loss in your life, that you have yet to really process. Your higher self is asking you, please, it's time for you to do that work. It's time for you to go within yourself and to really analyze your life, the situation that you went through up until this point, and know that your feelings are valid, okay? There is nothing wrong with what you are feeling, and there's nothing weak about what you are feeling or anything like that, okay? And you guys are very intellectual people. You're very logical, and you use your head over your heart is what I'm seeing, because it's a lot easier for you to focus on getting things done and being rational, but then when it comes down to your emotions, it's far harder for you, because you've got the master number 44 here, which is about healing. There's definitely a need for you guys to heal your emotions. It really takes some time to process. For some of you guys, this might even be something you need to seek therapy or counseling for. When the 12th house is here like this, and Mercury, you might need someone to talk to really even understand what you're feeling, because you might be so dissociated that you don't even realize that you've been avoiding these feelings. So here you have Naked Before the Stars. This is a card about acceptance, and your higher self is definitely asking you to, accept your body, your flaws, everything about yourself. I feel that this is, this has a lot to do with these emotions that you have been neglecting. You may have been, telling yourself that you are not beautiful, that you are, that you feel like you have to hide yourself, your body even. Some of you guys try it. I feel like you guys have things on your body, like maybe you might have even scars on your body, or just something that you just don't, you have a hard time accepting because you feel like, you know, maybe people are going to look at you differently, or, you know, it's going to make you so vulnerable that you feel like you can't handle it. But your higher self really wants you to accept these things, because it's also everything inclusive about what makes you beautiful, what makes you loved, okay? Because you are loved. You are an incredible sight to all of the universe, you know, despite what you have been through. So the other message here you have is sacrifice. Yeah, and this is in the stage of anger. So there's definitely a level of frustration here because you've had to give up some things. You've had to make certain sacrifices. You know, like some of you guys even, like, you know, I'm kind of getting, for some of you guys, you know, you may have lost like a limb. You know, it doesn't have to be that extreme for you, but it will be for some people, okay? You have had to lose certain aspects of your physical body. Like for me, I'll give an example, a personal thing about me, you know, is that when I was really young, I had to lose one of my ovaries. So I only have one ovary, but I can still conceive children. But the thing is, I was definitely frustrated about that for a long time. And the thing is, you guys have had to make some difficult sacrifices in your life, and I completely get that you are angry about it, that you know, wish that it never had to happen. But you can still have you know, the happiness of your life that you are deserving. Listen to your feelings, because what it is that your heart is desiring, you deserve, you know, one way or another. And I feel that is what your higher self wants you to know. So don't dwell on the fact that this had to happen, because it was a necessary sacrifice nevertheless. And it doesn't make you any less beautiful or anything like that, you know. So don't deny yourself the beauty and the pleasures of life because of what you've been through. So let's look at other messages from your higher self. These are from my Dream Oracle cards. And this is like also messages about like how you can overcome these shadows, okay? So here we go. We have discover the source of your true power. This is from money. For some of you guys, this has something to do with your money. You guys have like your mind on your money. You wish that you had more money so that you could do more with your life. For some of you guys, this even, you know, you might be wanting to get the money so that you could make certain changes to your body. And if that is what you want, then absolutely do what makes you feel happy. But this is also a card, like the overall message here is about you understanding that you are the source of your power, you know, and like it is mind over money, kind of like you are able to have your mind over your heart. But you know, it's not about the papers in your hand. It's about how you use your mind to attract the resources that you desire, to attract the yeah, you know, those resources, so that you can actually do something with it, so you can give yourself more. Your higher self is letting you know that you are very capable of this. You guys have a lot of intuitive power, and one thing that's coming through here for you guys, because we were talking, yeah, like one thing that's coming through here is like you have this intuitive ability to manifest money in your life when you are following your heart. But you know, I feel like the thing is that, you know, you've had to make, like, you might still have to be making certain sacrifices, because like again, like Mercury has to do with trading. So I feel like some of you guys, like, you really want to be able to spend money to be able to change yourself in some way, but your higher self is asking you to have more acceptance of your body, like nevertheless, okay, like even if you want to have like those changes, that's totally fine, but also to love yourself regardless, because there were things that happened that were out of your control that you could do nothing about, and that those were the sacrifices that you had to make. And also, you know, with all of this anger inside of you that you still need to process, like it would be really helpful if you can have someone to talk to open up, so that you can release these emotions, because it is blocking the flow of your ability to manifest that money, that abundance, so that you can do what you want with it, okay? So then also you guys have celebrity. Shine like the star that you are. So yeah, I do feel like this message from your higher self is about you guys really embracing your physical body and who you are, the you know, the gift that God gave you, regardless of what it looks like, regardless of what has happened to it. You know, it is important for you to shine your light and to be okay. You know, accept that you are still beautiful nevertheless, okay? When you love yourself, that will radiate through you regardless of what is going on the surface. And, you know, I know that is hard because it seems like there's some psychological stuff here that still needs to be released emotionally, because we do have like this energy of denial here as well. You know, you feel like this colorless angel who, you know, for some of you guys, you feel like people even pay too much attention to your physical body and not so much about what's going on inside of you. And that is another reason why it's very hard for you guys to be vulnerable, to express those emotions, okay? Yeah, and then here you go. You've got award. Accept your well-earned praise, you guys. Accept how far you have come. Like, I feel like you guys, your higher self is wanting you to recognize that the sacrifices that you have made, first of all, like, this is like another message that's coming through here. It's like you guys have made a lot of sacrifices in your life, period. You know, in regards to your abundance, like with this, like the money that, like, you guys are going to have money coming into your life. If you don't have it now, you will. Like, you're going to have some, for some of you guys even, you're going to be pretty well known here. If that is, you know, like this celebrity, like you guys are going to be an image for others in some way, you know, through your own acceptance. Once you come to this acceptance of your body and like the things that you have been through, it's going to become a kind of light that shines for other people where they look up to you. But I feel like you're not really going to be able to get to that point until until you're able to process your emotions. And because then you will come out of this vibration of this colorless angel, you know, and, you know, you'll be able to let go of this anger. You'll use your anger as a righteous tool, but also, you know, you'll become more into that vibration of grace and gratitude, you know, because of that vibration of compassion and understanding what you have been through, okay? Because the 12th house also does have to do with sacrifices that are made for your highest good. So from the Sacred Traveler, this is just where your higher self is guiding you in this life. So here you have embracing enthusiasm. Shout out to the heavens with happiness. Absolutely. You guys are going through very intense and powerful transformations. You have been through some heavy stuff in your life, you know, to say the least. Like, I'm even getting like some veterans on my channel, you know, and for some of you, and, you know, it's not going to be that intense for all of you, but, you know, the thing is, you have undergone so much change into your life that it is time for you guys to express, you know, your happiness, to be enthusiastic about the changes that are coming your way. Because I do feel like a lot of you guys are going to be in the spotlight. You're going to be very much awarded for the sacrifices you have made all this time. You don't deserve to be this colorless angel that feels like you are not able to manifest more, because you are going to manifest more. It is only a matter of time, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, okay? Yeah, so be excited. Look forward to your future. And then also you have taking shelter. The answers are within. So this goes along with this 12th house energy. You know, any questions that you are still trying to understand about yourself, you know, these answers are within you. You know, stop looking outside of yourself for these answers. Like, I think we were talking about that with this colorless angel, right? With, you know, feeling like there's so much more to you inside than like who you are on the surface. And a lot of you guys are struggling to see that because you're so dissociated from your feelings. And, you know, once you tune into your emotions, you heal that, all of the, you know, the feelings that you have about yourself, you're gonna like open some serious doors to your success in this life, and it's gonna be great. And, you know, you're not gonna even see that until you allow yourself to get grounded and to really process those difficult emotions, okay? And you're gonna be really awarded by the universe for this, okay? For this transformation. So this is lastly a word of wisdom from your higher self. So let's see what your higher self has to say. Unicorn, invite serendipity. You guys are unicorns. You're very incredible people. very incredible people who have like not only like survived some of the craziest things in life, but you've also like you're magical manifestors. Like you're able to come out of any situation. You are very much so admired by the universe, I feel like, from the heavens here. You know, I feel like with this card, it just makes me see like the stars, like your ancestors, your angels, like other galaxies are literally admiring you despite everything you have been through. You are incredible. You have overcome so much, and you invite the serendipity. You see like miraculous things happen in your life because also you have a strong faith. Okay, so you guys, that is the reading that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this did resonate. Please leave me a comment and let me know how this reading was for you. And I like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys again in a future reading. Bye.